The best way to fail at indie game development is, as usual, to never try. But one could argue that if you never try, then you'll never fail, so let's assume you do try. Here's how to fail. An important part of game design is level design, of course depending on the type of game you're making. So if you're making certain sandbox games, an open world game without dungeons, an idle game maybe, or some roguelikes, then that's great because that's the only time you need to worry about level design. Get it? I said the opposite thing there. Like, you know, those are the only ones where you actually might not need to worry about level design, but then I said those are the ones that you do need to worry about. See, it's funny, right? Because this series is all about saying stuff that's pretty much backwards and ends up making no sense and you know, plus when you think of... Anyway, level design can be broken down into 7 important things to suck at. 1. Guiding the player towards objectives. 2. Providing interesting challenges. 3. Establishing thematic environment and story. 4. Relay a sense of progress. 5. Introduce and build upon game mechanics. 6. Probably other things, but I don't care. I mean, I'm teaching how to fail here. And 7, because 7 just sounds a lot better than 6. When guiding a player towards objectives, it helps to keep the goal a secret, because it turns out players enjoy wondering what they're supposed to be doing for hours on end, and wandering around until they give up. I mean, everybody loves watching a playthrough online just to figure out what it is they're supposed to be doing. It helps with the immersion. On the other hand, that's not as cool as a special kind of sense that makes the screen flash and highlight with helpful hints. This way you can save the player the time of watching that playthrough by just showing them everything with a press of a button. You can only pick between these options though. There's no in between. Trust me. In level design, you'll need to provide challenges for the player to overcome. Because this is one of the most debated and most delicate subjects in game design, my recommendation to you is to just not worry about it. Make it however you want, and the great thing is, if people accuse you of your challenges being too weak, just claim you are making a casual cozy game all along. And if they think it's too hard, just say, yeah, that's the point. Get good, you noob. Even if the difficulty stems from overlooked, broken, or unnecessary mechanics that are totally out of the player's control. Nah, it was all on purpose. You're just that hardcore. Level design is also a way to tell a story, but we already covered this in the last episode. You know how level design can be a way to establish an epic game world and environment in the player's mind, leading them down an epic tale of... wait a second, I already did this bit, where I cut it off short and said there's no need to do that because you can just tell the story with cutscenes and text walls instead. What is this? Just recycling old jokes? Pathetic. Who wrote this? Oh, wait, that was me. When designing your levels, make sure to come up with an adequate collection of assets, then just rearrange their order and layout, and use them over and over again, throughout the entire game. And now you might be thinking, oh, don't tell me I need to make several distinct collections of assets with possibly different themes and styles in order to give the player a sense of progression and variety as they continue through the game. It was hard enough to make one set of assets. But don't worry, I'm not going to tell you that. Level design is a key method to introduce and build upon game mechanics, but that's not really needed because you already explained how the mechanics work in your tutorial text walls and the online wiki. So now all the player has to do is follow the path that you've clearly laid out for them. That way they don't have to worry about figuring anything out for themselves. No need to explore an interesting and potentially unique idea. That's not what games are for. Now there are probably other things about level design, but do we care? Not really. At least I don't care to think of anymore, and you shouldn't either. Partly because the less you know about something, the worse you are at it, right? But also this way I don't have to draw more stuff. That's right, I'm leading by example. Burnout can be real, you know. Learn to take shortcuts, especially towards the end of your games where it would otherwise be getting more exciting. That way it can end anticlimactically. And the last thing is number 7. The seventh thing. Yep, that's it. That's how I'm gonna end it. Right there, yep. But if you follow these instructions carefully, then you are bound to succeed at failure. Thanks for watching, and seriously guys, I want to take this moment to pause and really consider that I can't think of anything clever to say for the ending of this episode. Normally I think of something witty or, I don't know, filler to put in here, but right now I'm just drawing a blank. There's nothing. I got nothing. See ya.